Raffy Tima is a Filipino journalist. I asked him about the importance of the trade relationship.
Well, this visit is significant for both countries. One, because of potential economic benefits the Philippines will get from over 10 bilateral agreements expected to be signed between the two countries. That focuses mostly in boosting economic ties between China and the Philippines. Tourism is one aspect the Philippines hopes to cash in from millions of potential Chinese tourists, although the recent COVID surge in China has somehow dampened the expectation. But in the long run, tourism cooperation will greatly benefit the Philippines.
And how important is that tourism link? I mean, China getting ready to open up international travel from Sunday. Just how important is it for the Philippines when it comes to Chinese tourists?
Yeah, it's very significant because before the pandemic in 2019, there were around 1.7 million Chinese visitors to the Philippines. And the government hopes that this number will return as travel restrictions have eased. A huge part of the Philippines' refusal to impose travel restrictions on China despite the COVID surge is because the government wants to jumpstart the international tourism industry badly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2021, only around 10,000 Chinese tourists arrived in the Philippines, and so the government expects or hopes that those numbers will increase this year.
And there are plenty of external forces when it comes to shaping the relationship, but how do you expect the economic and business trade relationship to develop moving forward?
Yeah, well, in this state visit, more or less 10 to 14 bilateral agreements are expected to be signed during the Marcos state visit, including agreements on nickel processing, possible grants of around 12 billion pesos, a renewal of an agreement on the Philippines' participation in the Belt and the Road Initiative of China, and the digital cooperation and the exchange of best practices in digital connectivity and emerging technologies. Marcos is also seeking for cooperation on agriculture, energy, and of course infrastructure, of which China has promised a lot from the previous administration but has not fully delivered. And so the Marcos administration hopes that with this state visit, aside from new promises and pledges, that China will honor its previous commitments of building huge ticket infrastructure projects in the Philippines.